Hi, Gennady. Great to be here for another AMA. And we've got some great news to share with the community. Our brand refresh has been released. So, why did Shping need a brand
Yes, first
refresh?
of all, hello everyone. Good evening, good day, good morning, depending on where you are. And very excited to be here with all of you and to share some updates on where we're at and where we're going. So yes, as Tristan just mentioned, we've just released the something that we've been working on for quite a few months with an agency and internally to do a rebrand that will prepare us for our next phase of our growth journey. And that rebrand has been released, so it's already can be seen on our websites. We are updating it across pretty much all of our channels, so you guys will probably see new logo on CoinMarketCap, on EtherScan, on exchanges. It's still the name is still Shping, which is something that we are not going to change. That's going to be our name going forward, but the actual logo has slightly changed. But the reason behind the rebrand, and we get this question often asked, is we wanted to prepare our app to get our logo to reflect more of what our app is more about. So currently, we've done service with our existing clients, and we wanted to understand how they see our application, what is the value that they see in our application. And what we've discovered that lately with the release of the new features, more and more people mention that they see Shping as something that gives them a greater control over their shopping, being able to do more sort of and streamline things that they've been doing previously. For example, comparing catalogs, where they would spend hours and hours comparing different catalogs to find where would they get the best price on a particular product. Now it's all done by in-app functionality, AI that compares the prices across different stores and produces the different shopping lists for different stores, does the splits the shopping to get the better pricing. Storing the receipts, ability to access reviews of other people. So we wanted to represent this gaining control, being a boss of your shopping in our new branding. And that's what we've tried to incorporate in our new branding and the angle how we position ourselves.
Okay, and so we've got some different sections of the website. Can you explain about
Certainly.
what those
so
are?
we before we also had three key sections. So the B2C, which is the app user community, currently mainly in Australia, but in the future addressing a global market. That's the page where existing and potential app users can learn more about the app. What is the use case for them? How they can get value out of using Shping application. Shping coin section, talking to token holders, explaining or keeping our community updated on what's happening with the Shping coin in terms of the coin itself. That's the exchanges, the partnerships that have impact on the status of the coin and so on. And our B2B section has rebranded from being Shping for Brands, which previously being mainly addressing our partner brands, to Shping Connect. Shping Connect is sort of a broader term under which we will have Shping for Brands, our existing offering, but also it will house the new offerings, a retailer interconnect, and working with the industry organizations. So that's why now it's called Shping Connect, and allows us to broaden our B2B offering to work with those stakeholders.
And was that part of the original vision?
Certainly, and as our white paper from 2018 states that we position Shping platform and the Shping coin as the universal token of reward, and also with the vision that one day consumers could use that to purchase things from our partner retailers. In fact, our smart contract was specifically built to cater for being a transactional coin in the retail space. So we have embedded functionality such as pre-authorization, similar to what you have with your credit cards. When you're paying someone with a credit card, that functionality is required to work in the retail. Refunds, even a lay-by, more known in nowadays as afterpay. All of this functionality already been pre-built in our smart contract. So definitely part of our original vision, and that's where we're heading.
Terrific. So further to that then, with the release of Shping 2.0, how are those features progressing?
2.0, which we've, I think, covered in the previous AMA, had a number of great new features that we've been very excited to launch, and now I'm very excited to talk about them because they were proven to be very well received by our community. So one of the features was self-mapping, receipt self-mapping. So a functionality of the app is enabling consumers to store their receipts. So anything you buy, you can upload your receipt and it will store a digital image of your receipt for future use if you need to repair the product under warranty or you simply want to find a particular receipt. It stores digital copies of your receipt. But that's in itself, it's not really a special feature because you can save images of your receipts even into your photograph folder. But the way our receipt feature works is we actually read the data on your receipt and we're able to understand what each printed line on your receipt means. So for example, if it's a product, we'll map this product to the GTN, the global trade item number of that particular product, to know that that product is attributed to your profile. So if you want 2 years down the track to find a receipt where you bought a particular skirt, for example, you can simply search for the name of the skirt and it will find you the receipt that you have stored. But at the same time, you could also when you store the receipt, and if we haven't recognized this receipt, you can help us to train our system to recognize new names. So for example, each retailer have their own abbreviation how they call things. So if you bought a 3-liter bottle of milk, some will actually say 3L milk, some could say 3LM. And our system needs to be trained to understand that that characters in that order means a particular product. So we enable consumers to be able to look at the receipt once it's been uploaded, and we tell them which characters or which listings we were not able to recognize, and enabling consumer to map those listings to the actual product by simply clicking on this unrecognized listing and then scan a barcode of the product that it relates to. It's a very simple process. In fact, it's even fun to do, and the great thing about it that they earn additional rewards, and all the future receipts and the receipts of other people who actually have that particular listing will automatically be recognized. And just to share some statistics, when we launched self-mapping, we were at the level of recognizing about 5% of the overall products on the receipt. So if, let's say, a receipt been uploaded with 100 products, 5 would automatically be recognized. The rest would go into section, we call it requires more attention. Now we're at 25%. So in a short period of time, with all the learning that we have acquired from this help of our app user community, we now progress to around 25% of automatically being recognized. We expect to get to 90+% in about 9 months. So it would mean that most of the receipts that we are supporting, and we're also widening the retailers that we support, will be automatically recognized. Great value for the app users, and even greater value for our partner brands, who can now get visibility of where their product being bought, how often products being bought, which demographics buying their product, and that's across all the stores, not for a specific store.
And you've mentioned value for customers and retailers. The one function I really like is the booster items. What's the reaction been from the app users about the booster
Also,
item?
I think it was very well received, and keep in mind that we haven't really yet announced this feature to our community. In fact, the full EDM, where we're going to explain all of the new features to our community, I think is going to go out next week. So most of the functionality and the use of this functionality that we're seeing are from those app users who actually worked out themselves how to operate and how to use a particular function. And on the booster, I don't have the exact stats, but we have seen a lot of people who bought the items which are on booster to increase their monthly cash out limits. So we see that it adds value to our app users, and which means that brands can leverage this feature to drive more sales for themselves.
Okay, and look, this question always comes up from our community. Are there any updates on listing with new exchanges?
I think someone from our community have stole our fame already on that yesterday, but we're pleased to announce that Gateio will list Shping coin, I think, in a couple of days. So it's a great partnership for us. We have been wanting to list on Gateio for a while, and we're very pleased that Gateio was open and approached us to do this listing now. So that will add to a portfolio of great exchanges where Shping coin can be traded now.
Great. And will there be any marketing activity in conjunction with
They
Gateio?
currently offer us, I think, a couple of AMAs that we're gonna do into the different, obviously to the English channel, but also a few ethnic channels. So there will be AMAs that we jointly will do with the Gateio for their community, and also announcements across all of their channels.
Okay, and another question we get quite often is, can you explain the Shping tokenomics, how that works?
So the core of Shping offering is that we develop a platform where we're enabling brands to bypass the intermediates, such as social media platforms, search engine, and reward consumers directly for their engagement, to reroute their budgets from the intermediates directly to the end consumer. And that's exactly what drives our tokenomics, where brands buy coins on the exchange, reward end consumers for any engagement they have with their product, where the consumer have written a review, watched the video, bought a booster item, or participated in any other activities that brand have created through their backend, through their portal interface, to drive their consumer engagement. So brands rewarding the end consumer, consumers get those coins, and then they have an option to either trade them for other cryptocurrencies or convert them to local currency. So basically redeem their coins by selling them on the exchange. So the brand's driving, increasing the demand, token demand, while the consumers are increasing the supply.
Okay, well, that brings us to the end of the AMA. So thank you very much for your time, Gennady, and thank you to the community, as always, for bringing in your questions. And I really appreciate and such amazing news with the exchange and the brand.
Thanks,
refresh.
everyone. It's a pleasure to share those news with you. Greatly appreciate your support, and we look forward to our next AMA next month. In the meantime, we'll keep you posted through our Telegram posts as well as social media updates. Thanks, everyone, and have a great weekend.